What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Tyler, and the CIF baseball highlight is brought to you by the fine folks at Naples Rib Company. All of our high school baseball coverage this season is sponsored by Tribe Athletics, and all of our Wilson coverage is sponsored by Joel Batonio. Thank you to all of our sponsors. The spring playoffs off and running here on the baseball diamond. Wilson hosting El Segundo in the first round. Wilson head coach Andy Hall looking to work some magic here and get his Bruins a playoff win over a tough Eagles team. I asked the entire team for help finding my wallet. Unfortunately, none of them had seen it. Kind of a bummer for me. Ben Howard getting the ball for the Bruins, and on the other side, it's senior Dylan Alcala on the bump for El Segundo. And we go to the second inning. The Eagles able to put men on consistently in this game, but Howard able to bear down in this frame. He struck out the side in the second in order to keep things scoreless, and he was pretty pumped about it, coming back to the dugout, giving the Bruins offense a chance to take the lead, and they would. Bottom second, Rudy Carlos reaches base to start the inning. Sack bunt moves him to scoring position. Then the Bruins going to draw a couple of walks to load up the bases with 2 outs. That gives 9-hole hitter Matt Pappas a huge RBI opportunity, and on the first pitch swinging, Hoosier Pappas. Seeing eye single into left field. Here comes Danny Royal for the second run as he slides in just ahead of the tag, as Wilson takes the 2-0 lead in the second inning here on the familiar confines of Bull Diamond at Blair Field. They're fired up about taking the lead. And with the top of the order up, looked like they were going to keep the rally going, but Taylor Kirk, a liner to left, unlucky to end the inning and strand a pair. Top 3 starts with a close walk to leadoff man Kyle Whalen on a 3-2 pitch, as the Eagles are looking to answer back immediately. Later in the inning, with 1 out, the Bruins unable to handle this fly ball to right field, and that would put Eagles at the corners as you see Whalen come flying in, and this lineup just too stacked to give extra outs to. But the Eagles, they try to make something happen on the base paths here, but Wilson plays it beautifully, checking the runner at third. Whalen unable to go anywhere, and they get the out on the pickoff. That is great defensive work by the Bruins, so now 2 outs in the inning. The at-bat continues for Hudson Comer, who uncorks a deep fly ball to left. That ball's going to carry over the fence, but as you can see, foul. Shout out Naples Ribco once again. Then this pitch comes up and in. Comer says he was hit. The umpire calls foul ball, but immediately wants to conference with the other umpires. A tough judgment call there. The video doesn't really show what happened. They stick with foul ball. Comer going to continue to plead his case, like, look, how'd I get this red spot right here? Where'd this come from? Obviously, the umpire's just going to have to stick with the call. El Segundo head coach William Traber not pleased as Comer's long, crazy at-bat continues, and the UC Irvine commit zots one into left field for an RBI. Eagles on the board cut the deficit to 2-1. Later in the inning, after another single, Lincoln Quaintance strokes an RBI to left. Here comes Comer. He'll dive in to tie us up 2-2 as the Eagles just keep the line moving in this wild inning. El Segundo not done there. Sophomore Logan Brooks drives one to deep left. Carves Brooks was here into the wall. That's going to be a 2-run double as there's just some pop wearing that powder blue. Wilson's got to be feeling like Jeffrey Lebowski. Come on, man. It's been a long inning, and I hate the friggin' Eagles, man. 4-2 El Segundo in the third. And then they just kept on scoring. After a throwing error led to a collision at first, Whalen tries a sack bunt, then he runs through Owen Amon at first. Who says baseball isn't a contact sport? Yikes. Later in the inning, a sack fly is going to bring in another run for El Segundo. The Eagles scored in every inning from 3 through 6. They racked up 13 hits in this game, plus 4 walks, and just did a nice job putting guys on base. And then fundamental baseball, you see another sac fly bringing a run in here as they turned a 2-0 deficit into an 11-2 lead going into the final inning, as this goes for extra bases and another run for El Segundo. As I mentioned, a long lineup with a lot of hitters as they took the 9-run lead. But Wilson would not go quietly in the 7th. This Taylor Kirk single is going to load the bases with 1 out. There's been a lot of hits that have come off that kid's bat in his Wilson career, so nice to see him go out with a base knock to load the bases, and that would set the stage for senior Aaron Mingo. Oh, I'm sorry, a Mingo ate your baby! Grand slam over the wall, right over that Long Beach Airport sign in left center field, and that is a big boy blast, and what a way to cap your high school career with a Blair Field Grand Slam. Not many guys can say they've homered here, and even fewer can claim a Grand Slam. Such a special moment for a great kid, a great player, and meanwhile, it's now only 11-6, as Wilson is trying to make things interesting here in the final frame. With a runner on first, Ryan Disman strokes one into the left field corner. Eddie Becker is going to motor all the way from first. He comes home to score, and it is now 11-7, as the Bruins are feeling good. At the very least, they're going to make you sweat over there. And that's as far as the comeback would go, unfortunately, as a ground out would end the game. El Segundo able to hold on and win it 11-7, but an entertaining game and a great final inning for the Bruins to try to come back. Tough season on the diamond for Long Beach as the playoffs start and finish just like that. Thank you for watching our coverage all year long, and of course we will be finishing the school year strong. The562.org, your nonprofit home for Long Beach sports.